Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi guys. UFC 321 is right around the corner, and we have a lot of stacked fights, including Umar Nurmagomedov versus Mario Bautista. Umar is finally back against not the number 5 ranked Mario Bautista, and we all remember in the beginning of the year in January he got absolutely destroyed and humbled by the greatest champion who is currently the greatest, the most active champion right now, Mario Bautista. And that fight, I feel like after that fight, the Umar we are about to see, in the upcoming fight is a much improved version of an Umar Nurmagomedov, and this fight is actually for I believe like after Umar knocks out after Umar beats Peter Yan, I feel like depending on how Umar or Batista wins this fight, they might get the title shot next, because as far as the top bantamweights go, most of them have already lost to Umar. And if you think about it, Peter Yan, like he did not deserve the title shot, but just because no one else was there and no one else would take a fight in such a short time, it was Peter who got the rematch against Merab. So I'm really excited for this fight because it will show us what Umar's level is compared to the rest of the division. Yeah, of course of course he beat Corey Sandhagen in a 5 rounder, but still, right? Like you have to like Mario Bautista. He's a very dangerous guy. You have to understand his ground game is absolutely insane, and like we will see in this fight if Umar if Umar actually has the ground game and the takedown defense, and also the knockout power that he is that he claims to have at least, because against Merab no one is good. Like Merab is a different level, but compared to let's see if Umar can actually be a future champion, right? Because this performance will prove that. And to be honest, I like this fight because this is a very tough matchup for both of them, because Mario, like he has obviously been through a lot of the top contenders, but whenever he has been faced with a striker at that high level, for example Corey Sandhagen, he got destroyed. So this will be a very tough matchup for him, but for Umar also, because Mario is primarily a grappler, though his hands are pretty sharp. You have to understand that Mario will try to take Umar down as much as possible, and I feel like for this type of huge pay-per-view in Abu Dhabi, these types of fights should happen, and I'm glad that we are getting such a high level fight, because like if Umar somehow loses this fight, alright, just imagine, he will be a disgrace. He will be an absolute disgrace, because before this fight, before the fight against Penab, he was an undefeated fighter, and according to the Nurmagomedov team and those guys, they said that Umar is the most deserving contender. And when the fight actually happened, Merab showed levels. Merab showed absolute levels. Like it wasn't even close. It was it was a complete one-sided domination. One judge gave the fight 48-46. So then, and you have to understand, right? And especially at the end of the fight, Merab was just enjoying to be there. Umar was he was getting drowned, suffocated, insane. So this fight will prove that will Umar Nurmagomedov be forever remembered as as the disgraced Nurmagomedov, as the Nurmagomedov who could not live up to the rest of the team or the rest of the family, or will Umar rise up to the occasion and fight through adversity to get back to the top. I'm really excited for this, but on the other hand, we have Mario Batista, right? Just think about it. If Mario actually wins this fight, if he actually beats Umar, that will be insane for him. Because like Umar Nurmagomedov, like yeah. Listen, I know that Merab absolutely destroyed Umar, but you have to think about it, even if it's a little bit, right? Because Umar is the one who actually gave Merab one or two like tough rounds, I guess you can say. But though it wasn't even close, you have to still remember, right? Because the most damage Merab has ever taken was against Umar, because Umar striking is actually pretty good. So on that note, you have to really understand that if in my opinion, Mario probably will lose this fight, because just because of like Uber's pressure, like his move forward striking is very good, and like unless he gets taken down over and over again, I really can't see how Umar will lose this fight. To be honest, I'm predicting Umar by second, no, not second, third round knockout. I'm predicting Umar by third round knockout, because as I said, Umar's striking is very good, and Mario, he also has a very good cardio. So I don't think he will let it. I don't think he will make it easy no matter what. And anyways, I'll see. We'll see what happens. Really excited for this fight, and anyways, that's what's happening, guys. You guys make sure to you guys think and shall see you guys. Assalamu alaikum.